And here we are again. Ooh. Ted here with Bodies and Wicks. I've been trying to go live. Um, Sorry for the person that tried to actually watch me go live. It seemed like as soon as I would try to go live, there would be somebody right there, and then it would just be like, nope, you can't go any further. Anyways, I wanted to talk about well, let's get into crypto. Let's just get into crypto. I'm just gonna act like I'm live, and we're gonna get into crypto right now. Okay. So how about that? Does that make you feel any better? I hope it makes you feel better. It makes me feel better. So how are we gonna do this? I don't know. Um, I gotta get to the right scenario. How do you pronounce scenario? I don't know. Anyways, we're there now. Let's just go ahead and do it. All right. So right now we're looking at some Bitcoins going on, as you can see. All right. So what I have and what you're probably seeing is a bunch of mumbo jumbo, caused by smart money. Well, now what is smart money? Well, it's that thing that is caused by an algorithm. Um, Everything in smart money. We do not believe in retail. It is all just an algorithm. Even Bitcoin. I did Forex earlier about your USD, about how that was an algorithm, how I called that one. And now I will try to do the same thing with some crypto assets as well. It looks like it may not be going as fast as I would like it to be, but yeah. Okay, so one of the things that you're seeing right now, especially being separated by days, you're seeing these little kind of like box things with stripes in them. Um, these are what I see. Well, my awesome mentor, ICT, would designate as a kill zone for Forex. However, um, he doesn't really have. I don't think he's really designated a kill zone for crypto, but somebody has. Somebody in the Tradingview world that knows how to create the indicators has created a indicator for these kill zones. Now, I am not for sure how entirely accurate they are. Now, what a kill zone is, right, is that, well, especially um, in smart money in general, you learn that there is time and then price. It doesn't go price. Sorry, not. I didn't mean to do that with my middle finger. Sorry, guys. It doesn't go price and then time. It goes time and then price. Right. So you have to be like, it could be at the perfect price to um, make some kind of great trade, but if it's not at the right time, it's not going to make that great trade. Like, you could have it at that perfect, right to the 62 or 61.8% retracement. But if it's not during a kill zone, it's not going to matter at all. Right. So, and I don't, and that's what I'm trying to figure out, is if these are even. I mean, they look close. They look close. They kind of do. The guy that did these, I don't think he has the highs and lows perfect, because it looks like, especially like this guy right here, it looks like this should be dropped down to about here, and this should be dropped down to about here. So that's about the only thing I have a gripe with on this kill zone thing. But other than that, yeah, I guess you could say it's pretty much right, those kill zones. Or maybe just outside of them. So if we go into the settings of this kill zone thing, right, which is right here, if I can get it to pull up anyway. Story of my life today, getting things to actually go my way. You would see. Oh, come on. You know what I did last time? I just did this. I forgot I just clicked right on it instead of actually the kill zone. Okay, here it is. Kill zones. Now, London Open is usually about, okay, during NY time, it's about 2 a.m. to about 3:30 a.m. I don't think London, and it's showing 6 to 8. Now, which one is London Open? Let's find out. London Open. London Close. I'm guessing it's this one here. Okay, yes, this would definitely be London Open. Okay, because it's going from about midnight. No, yeah, about midnight London until 2:45 London, somewhere around there. And then New York, right around here, 7 a.m. to about 8:45, and then Asian, right, that'd be this guy right here, the pink box, and then I think this is London Close, which would be the green, which would be 10. Okay, so it's kind of close to actual, to what is the actual kill zones for Forex, except for, they just added the Asian. I mean, actually, it's exactly what it is. And yes, during London and New York, and especially New York, is when I find usually the biggest times whenever things kind of just take off. So, to me, this is kind of more of a distraction. Maybe next time I will see if this is going to, maybe help or not. I don't know. But instead, what I would like to do is I would like to go to BTC USD and see if I can find it on Gemini. There we go. Okay. And I want to take this thing off. I gotta get this thing off. How do I get it off here? Usually there's an X up here, on your indicators. Oh, maybe that's how I get it off. Man, go to indicators and remove it, because it was in ICT kill zone for crypto markets. Okay, here it is. Source code, read more. How about I just remove it? How do I just remove it? That's not working. Remove indicator. There we go. All right, there we go. We are in. Good. All right. So, I don't really have many markings on the Gemini one. I just started a Gemini account myself, and whenever I saw this last night, and I think I probably had this drawn on the. I usually go with Coinbase because that has the most users. And when something has the most users, retail users, it'll give you probably the most accurate price. So right here, you can see that these two have equal highs. So just put in, hey, there's some liquidity here, right? So whenever you have two equal highs and it comes back up, that means the third time it comes back up, guess what it does? Fakes people out. And what I mean by fake people out, right there. So it comes up and it goes, oh, I'm going to fall. And then instead of it actually falling, what does it do? Boom, runs right through that liquidity line because everybody's trying to short it right then. Usually have people have short stop losses, takes them out, and then boom, comes back down. Now, that being said, there is a very, very large 15-minute gap right here. I want to take a look at the 1 hour gap. Right, I want to see if it's actually penetrated that gap. Looks like it is right now. If it not, well, no, it's already penetrated the gap. So fair value gap goes from the previous candles to the next candle that left a gap. So that would be there to there, right? See that? So you have this huge candle that came up and got close to these equal highs and then decided to fall back. As it was falling back, it looks like it came into the came into the fair value gap. Actually, that would be it right there. Came into the fair value gap and then boom, took off. All right, took out that liquidity, took out anybody that was either trying to sell short or trying to go, trying to catch a breakout and go long. So it took out both of these. That's what smart money is known to do. Try to take out people from both sides. All right, falling back into this fair value gap for the hour. Now, what I would look for is boom. And then boom. All right. So those are your two areas. All right. And then I want to see if it's going to possibly get to about halfway to this. It's usually what you look for, because halfway through is what we call consequential encroachment. Thank you, ICT. I mean, and that's 62,442, dead even. And now, what is also coinciding with this 64,442? You have this guy right here. You also have two other equal highs too. So there's another. Okay, this is gonna be easy because you have these two. You have these guys right here. Both of those almost the same height. This one though, however, is going to be considered the breaker. Why is it considered the breaker? Because you have a low, high, and then a lower low, right? Even though, well, I don't know. Because this one would just be mitigation. Because this one is a low, a high, and then a higher low. Either way, I have a feeling we're going to be coming back down almost right to this median of this 1 hour fair value gap. And reason being is because of that's where both of these highs have been. And that being said, that's going to almost, I didn't mean to do that with the whole box. I just wanted to get rid of the Fibonacci. There we go. Yeah, I have a feeling that's exactly where we're going to go. And Jesus, I didn't even keep doing this, and I need to stop doing this. I need to like introduce it and be like, hey, this is the chart. And then I'm going to be like, hey, my name's Ted. I'm going to get out of the way. So that's what I'm going to do. I am going to get out of the way. See you on the dark side. Okay, no, I'm kidding. All right. So now what we got going on in here is I added it in. I tried to so you guys could see it better, but it's not working. All right, that's about the best we're going to get. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to cut out a lot of that. That's for sure. So we had this liquidity all the way across with Bitcoin still having around 63,000, which is completely amazing for Bitcoin, to be honest. You know, is it going to, stand the test of time with all this ETF stuff? What I'm afraid of is, well, you know what? You do have kind of this breaker right here. This is what I would be possibly looking for the furthest it would ever come back. And that's 52. So that's about 11,000 drop. But I think it would take some time to get there. As of right now, you had a high, low, higher high. So, and this is after the big jump. I'm going to go from here to here as yeah, that didn't work. There we go. And it looks like it's already came back and entered into the 61.8%, which would be the discount price. So anything, especially if you're in a bullish anticipation, and it makes a huge run up. And the reason I am putting my fib here is because even though it made its run, right? We have a high, and then it came down, made a little bit of a low, and I could probably that looks more like a liquidity run than a low. So I would think I would put it there. And then after that low, then it made a higher high. So after it made that higher high, that is confirmation that we are in a bullish tone. I don't know if I could do it down here, right? Because I just don't think it would make sense to do here, and then put the low right there, because then you still have all of this going up, and then you have this big drop right here. So that just doesn't make sense. Usually look for it after the big drop, because the drop will give you basically the bearish or the bullish order block. And the bullish order block usually tends to start somewhere around one of these designated lines, right? So 61.8, the 70.5, 79, or the 88.6. Somewhere around there. That all of that is considered a golden pocket, basically. meaning that's where smart money looks to get a discount on a buy if we are going to be going long. And I still think we're going long. I mean, there's nothing that says we're going long. Sorry, smart money doesn't. We don't look at trend lines. So if you're expecting me to do a trend line or a channel or anything like that, I'm not gonna do it. We look at price levels and we look at liquidity, and that's it. So now that we do see that Bitcoin does have this 15-minute fair value or 1 hour fair value gap, and it looks like it just dropped below it. I want to drop down to the 15-minute, not 30. Okay, so it could, and there's another 15-minute fair value gap from here to here. And that's where definitely I would especially look for it to get. If it gets inside the 15-minute fair value gap near this area, and I'm going to call it this guy right here. Is this guy higher? What is this guy? What's its height? 62,487.97. And this one's even a little bit higher. Okay. So it doesn't really matter. I'm still going to go with this guy. And I'm going to color it a little bit differently, just so we know. We're going to do a dark purple on this guy. And the background is going to be, well, I've already got too many yellows, but whatever. Light yellow. So that is considered a bullish breaker. So plus for bullish. And then breaker. So you have a 15-minute fair value gap, half of the hourly, and then also the bullish breaker underneath it. So this is a big, to me, a big support point. Even though it doesn't look like it, well, it kind of does because of the two equal highs. But it's also one of those areas to where it could come down to the bottom of this breaker and then shoot right up afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that we may have to look out for, especially with the Bitcoin, is watching it drop. And it may slowly drop and get down to the bottom of the breaker before it takes off. So I wouldn't say take off, but before we start seeing more bullish action out of it, because that would also be near these guys right here. Hold on, let me see if I can get a little bit closer and look at them really quick. Yeah, so this breaker could actually go all the way down to here. I don't think it would fight all the way through there, but there are. This is where the bearish order block starts. So I would be looking at this right here as well. So anywhere in between here and here is where I would be looking at a positive reaction for Bitcoin. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I would look at for a positive reaction for Bitcoin as well. And I mean, there's a couple others like this this move right here where you have kind of this low, this high, and then this drop. Because later on, once it comes back to that area, it just runs it. Even though it runs these guys too. That's why this is also a breaker. This guy could be considered a breaker. So there's a couple areas to watch in here that I've outlined for you. And now I'll give you the numbers of those areas if you can't see them. 62,442 would be your top breaker. Or actually, that would be the median of the hourly fair value gap. 62,094 would be the first breaker. And then you have the bullish order block, which is going to be 61,800. 61,800. Going once, going twice. I know, and to be honest, with the way that this has been going, I don't think it's going to get that far down, 61,800, but it possibly could. I'm thinking more along the lines of this 6,294, basically 6,300. Could get a little bit lower to 6,200. Anything with a 200, 500, 800, and a 0 is a institutional number. So that's why I think it could possibly dip down into here, get down to about 62, and then pop back up. But what I'm going to do now is label this as a positive order block. And it'll be over here. So that is what I think is going on with Bitcoin right now. A lot of people are saying that next level could be 90,000 or something like that. No, I really don't think it's gonna be 90,000. I've been telling people for a long time. I think the next level is going to be anywhere in between 70 and 72. And I think a lot of the people would agree with me on that. Okay. So now that we got that out of the way, let's head to the Therium. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, follow me on all of my social medias. I'm on Facebook, right? I'm on Twitter. I am on Minds. I am on Odyssey. I am on Medium. I'm on all of them. So if you can, give me a subscribe, give me a like, let me know that you learned something. If you didn't learn something, if you have questions that you want to ask, shoot me a message. My contact information is in the description box. I keep rambling. It is over 2 hours for me. I am hungry. I got to get off of here. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for listening to me ramble. I'll see you all next time. And don't forget to... don't forget to eat. Don't forget to, to do those good things that you're supposed to do. Take care of yourself. But also, what was that one thing I was going to say? Don't forget to wear your pants. That's right. Don't forget to wear your pants.